Okay, so last time we were discussing your second season, which began with a cringeworthy pregame speech.
Come on, Anna, don't do me like that.
Sorry.
Come on. No, I'm all right. It's part of the journey. You got to walk before you can run. You got to crawl before you can ball.
So that was a crawl.
Oh, yeah, no, that was a crawl and a face plant. But I learned from it, and I also grew from it. Over the course of that year, I really figured out how to address the team and also how to do it my way.
You keep going back to that idea of your way or as myself, and I'm wondering if you could help me understand, what do you mean by that? Like, what kind of a leader are you?
A still evolving leader.
Okay. Well, then what kind of a leader were you back then, as you started to find your way, let's say?
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned before, nobody expected much from us that season. But we pushed our way into the tournament, and it was my job to convince the team that we can make a run.
And how'd you do that?
That is a good question. Okay, so we went up against the number 4 seed in the first round.
Underdogs.
Oh, completely. But again, no one expected us to win, and we were the number 13 seed at that. But we kept it close all game, and every time it looked like they were gonna take off, we made a run and we fought our way back in it.
You showed resiliency.
That's right. Come on, you know me. But that's then when I hit the shot.
The shot?
You don't know about the shot, Anna?
No.
It's probably one of the most famous moments in sports history.
Sorry. Oh. No.
You should really see your face. First off, I'm messing with you. It is not called the shot, but it was a pretty big shot, a tough one at that, might I add. And that shot sent us into overtime.
Okay, so that's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like, the euphoria must have been intense at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. But there's still a game that has to be won. And in that moment, you have to rally up the troops. And that is when a leader steps in. Hey, yo. People been down us all year. Yeah. Coming into this game, nobody believed in us. Nobody wanted to give us a chance. Nobody gave any hope for us. Nobody felt bad for us. No. They didn't care about us. Look at those guys over there. A bunch of blue chip recruits. You see that, right? You feel me, right? Looking like All-Americans, All-Stars, top 5 over there. And they play to win. But us, what we play for? What we play for? Each other. Each and every one of us. Each other. So when I'm taking a charge, I'm doing it for you. And when I'm setting a pick, I'm doing it for you. And when I'm fighting for a loose ball, you. That's what I'm doing it for. Because when you combine all that effort, all that passion, all that grit, that makes a great team, which is us. Not a whole bunch of great players. So let's get this win. Together, as one. Like we always have. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together.
Time expires and we're going to overtime. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has heated up in this one as we've watched this one go to overtime. And before this overtime period, we saw MP pump his team up in the huddle.
And you can see the team respond to him. It would be a great upset if they can pull this off.
They set the pick. Down low. Shot's good by Fletcher.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Syracuse trailing here. Outside, Nelson. Back to Miller. Pass to Wolf. Outside Miller. Here's James. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Now a timeout called by Georgetown.
Substitution facility.
great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. To the middle. Count the basket.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Outside Miller. Pass to West to take the lead. Georgetown grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points.
You know, in the first half, this was a back-and-forth game, but MP had to pull his team together and come back from a double-digit deficit in the second half.
And you wonder how much energy they had to spend just to stay alive.
Now here's Miller. He's guarded closely. Pass to West. Let's go from three. The shot will not fall.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 for 12 from the floor.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside Miller. Pass to West. The 3 ball. Again, West missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but we need a little more evidence to close the book on.
Absolutely great game here in the first round. Not many had this 13th seed led by MP on the verge of an upset.
Substitution for Syracuse.
Here's Miller. And so it looks like the Orange will retain possession here. Dean outside. Pass to Thompson. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Rose. And that one's good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Syracuse, no good that time either.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
And so the Georgetown Hoyas have won and will move on.
You know, they were put to the test here in the first round with a grueling overtime win. But as they say, hey, it's about surviving and advancing at this stage. And they did just enough to get to round 2.
And the star of this win has to be MP. The sophomore stepped up in a big way when things mattered most. And what a huge presence in overtime.
And that does it for us here tonight. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and myself, Forrest Hunt, so long for now. Talk to you again in the next round.
That team outperformed expectations for another 3 rounds before reality caught up to us.
Wow, I mean, what a finish.
I know.
The buzzer beater? The OT?
So crazy.
I need to watch this game. For research.
For research, you sure? You sure just for research? I mean, it was just like Junior said, you know, my freshman year. I gotta figure out who I was. I gotta figure out what the team needed. And somehow, some way, bring those 2 things together.
That does not sound easy.
And no, it was not easy at all. But that process was so satisfying, man. I mean, I had to find the best version of myself, and somehow someone used that to bring out the best version of the team.
Literally, leadership in a nutshell.
Well, in some respects, yeah. I mean, that's not exactly what I thought too, but the next season I definitely found out that it's a lot more than just that.
Like what in particular?
Hold on now. That's the question I gotta answer next time.
Okay, wait. You can't make me wait, really?
Oh, I'm gonna make you wait. But it sounds like you turned into a fan, though.
No, it's just professional curiosity.
Okay, well, your professional curiosity is gonna have to chill a bit.
Okay, but not too long. Thanks so much, MP.
Anytime.